Hey dudes, me once again. Just thought I'd give you a quick look to see at some of the assault rifles that I've managed to come across so far in the game. First things first, we're going to start off with the Liberator. It was the first real high-end weapon I sought out, with like the Phoenix credits I had when I first finished playing the game. Obviously you've got your base sort of set of stats. You've got competent, increased weapon damage when you use a skill. Dominant, every kill you perform with the signature skill active reduces cooldown for the other skills by 8%. And it's base 1 talented, which when you get a kill with a weapon you get an increased skill power for 8 seconds. It's quite handy on the Liberator. I tend to lead with the sticky, which obviously increases my weapon power. I then get a kill with the weapon, which increases my skill power, and then I tend to pop a booster shot, which then, with the skill being more powerful, gives me better damage from that boost, as well as triggering yet another round of competent, and does quite a lot of extra damage. Can't really show you that on here because obviously I can't really get a kill in the firing range, but to start off with, it's not the most stable of guns, as you can see. Burst fire is really your option, anything above mid-range. You know, it's hitting its like full round pretty much at mid-range, but long range you're going to see a bit of a deduction. You know, just letting it have its own head isn't, it's, you know, a bit all over the shop. I mean, its clip size with its fire rate means that you will spend most of your time reloading at first, and I would suggest bursting because it does a decent amount of damage around for an assault rifle. If you get the burst, it's pretty nice. The next weapon I want to give you guys a quick look at is the custom P416G3. Now this one I actually bought earlier today in, I think it was Dark Zone 3, the weapons vendor, and I had a look at it and I quite like the look of the roll. It has Meticulous, a 22.5% chance on a kill of refilling the magazine, which could be very handy. We've also got Destructive, extra damage against armour, which is quite nice, and Commanding, which is the weapon that really cinched it for the item that really cinched it for me. Getting a kill with this weapon with the signature skill active extends its duration by 18%. So that can come in very handy, especially if it's paired with obviously a high skill rate. Now it does slightly less damage than the Liberator, rate of fire is lower as well. It's a lot more stable, most of its recoil is vertical, unlike the Liberator where it's a bit all over the shop. It's not a bad weapon, to be honest. If I didn't already have a weapon I preferred using, it would be one I'd be very, very tempted to make one I'd use a lot more often. And then yesterday I actually happened to get dropped while having a bit of fun with some friends in the Dark Zone, a Police M4. Obviously the Police M4 differs from the regular one, but it's got a higher rate of fire. Now its damage is better than the P416, but lower than the Liberator. Its fire rate's a bit counterproductive, I'd say. I'd say burst are the way to go with a weapon like this to begin with, unless you've got some stability mods. I mean, I've got neither of its skills active at the moment. Well, other than its someone, where's it gone? Come on, brain. Oh, yeah, back up here. Responsive. Damage is increased by 30% in 10 meters. Haven't got that, unfortunately. Intense. First bullet of the magazine has a 30% chance to set enemies on fire. And the last one is Fierce. Critical hit chance is increased by 8% when using this weapon. Now, for a drop, it's not bad. The roll is completely against the sort of thing I'd use at the moment. Like I say, I've got a lot of tech, enough to keep most of my skills active. You know, I've got my stamina set a certain one for a specific weapon, which I'll show you in another video. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through, I'll start off with the P4, mainly because the P4 is like the lowest rated of the weapons here, and I'm just going to use a series of mods that I tend to use on my assault rifles. So they include predominantly accuracy, stability, rate of fire, headshot damage. That's all I really use for these. See that it puts it up to over 100,000 damage a second. Much larger clip, much higher rate of fire. Now the recoil does get a little frisky up, but thanks to one of the mods I've got, the sideways, well, the horizontal I should say, stability isn't really a problem. And the rate of fire with an assault rifle can be really useful. I mean, you're not going to get the inherent advantages of a SMG where you get, you know, a lot more criticals, but you know, its range is superior. It's, you know, it's a lot more versatile. Moving on then to the Police M4, and I'm going to apply the exact same mods. This goes up to 121,000 damage a second. And like I say, the mods I have in particular are all about stability. And the main thing I've got for increasing the weapon damage is that rate of fire upgrade and magazine upgrade. And the rest is pretty much making sure that those bullets actually hit on target. Now, I'm not going to go too much in depth with these weapons because, to be honest, I've not used them a lot. I mean, the Police M4, I used like a blue version when I was playing through. The P416, I had the hazmat version. But the weapon I've been loving, absolutely loving, is the Liberator. Now, its main problem for a lot of people was very unstable. For me, that's where I got a lot of my mods from. They were all about reducing stability, increasing stability I should say, getting rid of that pesky recoil. You know, I've got quite a lot of increases to both stability, whether it's horizontal stability or just regular stability, as well as accuracy. That really does make the most of that increased rate of fire. I mean, it's 1100 rounds a minute, 7,500 damage a round. And that's not including obviously the competent skill, which really does make this weapon one of my favourites. I mean, the recoil and stability can still be a problem. Funnily enough, I tend to have a lot more of a problem with it when I'm actually on cover, which is odd. I'm just going to pop this survivor station, and you see weapon damage goes up to about 8,500 damage a round, 16,000 for a crit. Oh, headshot I should say. You know, it has a good amount of damage to it. Then obviously if I pop my booster shot, I get not only the damage increase from the booster shot, but from using competent. You know, this is very much what my build was built around for a long time. And obviously if you're in the dark zone, like I've been spending a lot of time there lately, I tend to pop the main heal as well as a sticky bomb, and having a weapon that increases damage whenever you use a skill and getting a kill with it will increase your skill damage is highly desirable for me. Its rate of fire tends to make it a bit of a bullet hose as well, so I do have on the ability to have a 1 in 4 chance of getting back all my ammo if I get a kill with a skill, and that I usually run on the sticky. It's got me out of quite a few sticky situations. I think there's a couple of videos on here that you guys might see in the course, especially the encounter, I think it was the Fury Friend and his crew, where within about 2 seconds and 1 clip I took 2 of them down with this Liberator. I know a lot of people have gone for the Black Market AK, which is one I haven't actually bought yet, but I will endeavour to get at some point. But you know, that's the assault rifles I'm currently running, guys. I'll just have a quick look at the mods. I've got the CQ BSS scope FDE. That's one that you can buy from the Phoenix vendor. Same with the extended mag. Same with the hand stop OD green, and with the muzzle brake. This scope gives me 20% accuracy, 21.5% headshot damage, 95.5% magazine size, and 29.5% rate of fire from the magazine. Not bad. 20% accuracy and 53% horizontal stability from the hand stop, and 37.5% stability and 21% reduced threat. Now I do intend to re-roll that at some point, because I do have some where I've got increased stability and increased critical hit damage, but that's currently on one of my SMGs, which will be in one of the other videos. And to be honest, unless I get one with the same amount of stability, it's not really big problem for me. I mean, I might try and get one with the same stability, increased critical chance or damage, which would probably put up the damage quite a bit, but for now, I'm quite happy with this one. So there you go, guys. There's some of my assault rifles for you. I'll probably do a joint video on the SMGs and LMGs I've got, as I've not actually got that many. But that'll be about it. So just have a look when you can. Right, ta. Bye.